కల్వకుంట్ల చంద్రశేఖరరావు అనే నేను తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రిగా నా కర్తవ్యాలను శ్రద్ధతో
जय तेलंगाना जय जय तेलंगाना
Good evening and welcome to this special show, Telangana, a State of Hope. Hope really has been the dominant emotion in the celebrations that have happened over the last 24 hours. Not just the celebrations, but the struggle for a separate Telangana has been based on this emotion of really hope. Today we come to you from the Gun Park Memorial, the Martyrs Memorial that has in many ways, I would think, contributed to the formation of the separate Telangana state, and to this date we will be chatting here with people across the society, across the political circles, the civil society, academicians, IT professionals, all of who today is a very, very momentous day. I am also going to be joined on this show by Radhika Iyer, who comes to us from Tirupati, which lies in the Seemandhra region, which is going to be the new state of Andhra Pradesh. The mood there very different, Radhika?
That's right, Uma. If it is celebration and crackers there, then here, of course, there are concerns and more so. Today, of course, was a day where it was quiet. It did seem in Seemandhra when we travelled at NDTV to different points and been speaking to people in different districts of the coastal region as well as the Rayalaseema region. It was like any other day where people went to work and came back, but everybody had a sense of pain and dejection when they watched at Tangbund in Hyderabad. Once their own home, they say. Hyderabad, not anymore. They feel that it is their own home. We're coming to you live from Tirupati in Seemandhra, where of course I'm coming to you from Emeralds Institute, which of course is a premier institute for higher education, and very topical that we're coming to you from here because with me is a group of students. There are educationists, there are academicians, historians, and also others who have taken part in the Samaikya Andhra or the United Andhra Pradesh movement, and each have their own concerns. One, that water resources, two, that farmers will be perhaps shortchanged, and of course students at this stage feeling extremely insecure. That is going to be our focus in the next few minutes. But first up, the moment it seems was when K. Chandrasekhar Rao did swear in as Chief Minister, the first one of Telangana region. Uma Sudhir had covered that. Over to you, Uma.
Yes, Radhika, here in fact it is a picture of contrast, as you mentioned, in the Seemandhra region and in the Telangana region. This is Martyrs Memorial in the Gun Park, where yesterday in fact there are huge celebrations, not just here but across not just the Telangana region, but at least 120 locations just in Hyderabad city burst into music and dance, and that sentiment of emotion, and also it was a very, very momentous occasion for everyone. That few hours later, of course, Chandrasekhar Rao swore in his cabinet of 12 ministers. Big challenges for Chandrasekhar Rao, as the hopes are going to be turned into challenges for him. The build-up to the big day began on Sunday evening when lakhs spilled onto the roads across Telangana to welcome the midnight hour when Telangana would be born.
My dream is 60 years of dream of Telangana.
Hours after the birth of India's 29th state, Telangana Rashtra Samiti leader K. Chandrasekhar Rao took oath as the first Chief Minister of Telangana.
సమగ్రతను కాపాడతానని తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రిగా
11 cabinet ministers were sworn in along with KCR. Among them, KCR's son KT Rama Rao and his nephew Harish Rao. 3 members of your family are in the cabinet.
Most definitely, that is an accusation, and we'll respond to it with our performance and efficiency.
KCR has said he would have 2 deputy chief ministers, one from the minority community and another a Dalit. In his first address to the people of Telangana after taking over as chief minister, KCR promised Hyderabad would become a world-class city and welcoming to all.
సార్ ఏవైతే చేస్తా అనుకున్నాడో కంపల్సరీ చేస్తారని మాకు నమ్మకం ఉంది. అందుకే మేము ఏం అడగదలుచుకోలేదు మేడం.
పిల్లలందరికీ జాబ్స్ వస్తాయని అనుకుంటున్నాం మేడం. మాకు తెలంగాణ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి మాకు జాబ్స్ అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ప్రాబ్లం చాలా ఉంది.
Telangana starts off with an advantage. It is revenue surplus as it has the prized Hyderabad in its kitty. But there are huge hopes riding on the Telangana dream. Jobs for everyone, water for irrigation, farm loan waiver and many welfare schemes. That is why immediately after stepping into the Telangana Secretariat on his first day in office, KCR chose to reassure employees and others that good days are ahead.
TRS Prabhutham 100% employee friendly స్నేహశీల స్వభావం కలిగి ఉంటుందని ఈ సందర్భంగా నేను మనవి చేస్తా ఉన్నా.
The irony is that KCR is in power, but the state will be power deficit from day one and will have to purchase power to retain industry and attract new investment. That could cost several thousand crore rupees. The biggest challenge for the TRS government in Telangana is going to be making the transition from a party of agitations to a party that can now give governance and also maintain a fine balance between a government that can protect the interests of the Telangana people while also being inclusive and not driving away business and industrial interests. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV. So will the TRS be able to make the transition from an agitational party to a party that gives good governance? Huge hopes riding in that. Before we start off with our chat, I would like Nagaraj, my camera person, to in fact pan to that memorial. This is a memorial that was in fact erected several decades earlier. It was inaugurated in fact in the 1970 as a memory to the 1969 martyrs. Over 300 of them said to have died in that police firing that happened when the agitation broke out in 69 in these areas. In fact, the same kind of a story once again repeated when several of the young students, others, sacrificed their lives for the sake of a separate Telangana, and Usmania many senses had become the focus of that struggle and had in fact captured the imagination, very often described as zero Telangana movement. I have with me Krishank. You were part of this agitation that happened, you and your friends. How important is this day to you?
No, very much, because if we are talking about the Martyrs Memorial, 369 of sacrifices in the Telangana agitation 1969, 2009, all those 369 came back, lived again, and we are living our reality. Our dream has come true, and today Telangana shows that yes, it could be possible. Movements, mass movements by young students will definitely make Telangana state a reality, and now it shows with happiness that we have a high responsibility, because there have been promises which were made to common people, and will these promises be made or not true, that TRS government has to answer tomorrow. So we will definitely be a voice as the student community and see that K. Chandrasekhar Rao brings back all those promises true, which he has put up a Pandora box which is going to open. We are waiting that all those come true.
So Pandora's box, that seems to indicate that there will perhaps be trouble in Telangana, in the new state of Telangana, once the celebrations are over. I'm actually going to go across to people who represent the political class. Mr. Bandaru Dattatreya, BJP MP. I have with me Mr. Madhu Yaski Gaud, who was Congress MP. Right now, the mood of celebration is going on, but obviously this entire dream, in a sense, perhaps very, very difficult to fulfill because there are huge hopes riding. How hopeful are you?
Well, it's first, congratulating the people of Telangana for achieving after 60 years of struggle. Possibly it made reality by Congress and with the support of my honorable colleague here with this party. So there's a big challenges in front of the new government, and we wish them good luck. But there is a challenge of good governance, social justice, equality and delivery system. And rather you have to build the bridges than the wall. So there is a clear division here, and hopefully we don't want to sound in a negative here, but very optimistic, and we'll see that we play a constructive opposition role.
So you are going to play the role of the opposition. You would have liked to be in partnership with the TRS and form the government. Mr. Dattatreya, your party of course has always supported smaller states. Right now you are the power center, you are in power at the center. TRS certainly hoping that Mr. Narendra Modi and your government will extend all the support that Telangana needs. But BJP also hoping to make its own political space here.
Yeah, because already the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made it very clear that the support of the states, we will go for the faster development, and particularly the state role will be the major share will be there. So that's why Prime Minister has already assured that the Telangana development, the NDA government or the BJP government will fully support.
Your government has also assured Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who will be forming the government in the other side. And both these states, unfortunately, perhaps are in a state of competition. Who are you going to? Are you going to go with your alliance partner or someone who has actually fought the elections against you?
Yeah, because being a alliance partner, they are forming the government. Our duty is to support that government also, because whichever the government comes, we will support that with the primary basic principle for the Narendra Modi. And also here, we will also play a constructive role.
You will also play a constructive role. K. Chandrasekhar Rao and Chandrababu Naidu, both of them are going to be sitting as chief ministers in Hyderabad. But the relationship between these two leaders, even though they originated from the same party, the Telugu Desam, has not really been too cordial. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu did not even attend the swearing-in ceremony of K. Chandrasekhar Rao this morning.
Kalvakuntla Chandrasekhar Rao ane nenu Telangana Rashtra Mukhyamantриga.
At the swearing-in ceremony of K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Monday, Chandrababu Naidu was missing. Naidu said KCR had not invited him.
ఈ రోజు ప్రమాణ స్వీకారం జరిగింది. మనవాళ్ళు కూడా అందరినీ పిలుచుంటే గౌరవంగా మనవాళ్ళం కూడా పోయేవాళ్ళం. కానీ ఈ రోజు చెప్తున్నాను, మళ్ళీ తెలుగు జాతిని కలపాలి కాబట్టి అందరినీ ఆహ్వానించే బాధ్యత మళ్ళా తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ తీసుకుంటాం. రేపు 8వ తారీఖున సీమాంధ్రలో జరిగే ప్రమాణ స్వీకారానికి అందరినీ ఆహ్వానిస్తాం.
KCR's son KT Ramarao, who was sworn in a cabinet minister, said a formal invite had been sent, but cheekily added that they had not really invited chief ministers of neighbouring states.
We haven't really invited any of the neighbouring chief ministers, be it Mr. Siddaramaiah or be it Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. Definitely there was an invite that went out, but for reasons better known to him, Mr. Naidu chose not to come. So Mr. Naidu is our guest for the next 10 years in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad is to be joint capital of both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh for the next 10 years. The Secretariat of erstwhile Andhra Pradesh has been divided to make space for both the chief ministers. But with the two leaders not enjoying the most cordial of relations, it does not seem that it will be a happy coexistence.
There may be debates and sometimes very acrimonious debates, but that doesn't in any way affect the relations between the ordinary people. So I don't think so, that it is difficult to function both the governments from Hyderabad. In fact, there is a preparedness for that.
Comparisons, however, are inevitable.
This Chandrababu Naidu coming up there, so you are aware that Naidu Garu is always interested in bringing up IT initiatives. And I mean, people have experimented, people have known him for quite a long time as an IT savvy person, as an IT savvy chief minister. Whereas for KCR, he has to prove it, and once he takes the position, things are.
Political observers say KCR's sharp comment against employees from Seemandhra, stating that they cannot enter even the gates of the Secretariat, was also an attempt to force Chandrababu Naidu to take a stand, as Naidu would like the Telugu Desam to keep its foot in both the states. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV. So two chief ministers sitting in Hyderabad, people of both regions also in this city which has always been known to be very cosmopolitan. I have also with us, we have the mayor of Hyderabad, Majid Hussain. Are you really worried about what's going to happen in Hyderabad, because the noises coming from either side, in a sense, have not been so cordial, not so happy?
See, first of all, a long cherished dream has been realized. We are enthusiastic, we are enjoying the occasion. But with this occasion, there's a great challenges that lies ahead of us. And we have to give justice to the people who have sacrificed their life for the cause of this particular state. The 29th state of the Republic of India has been formed, but there are major issues that needs to be solved. For me, the major issues are the power crisis in Hyderabad. For me, the major issue is the water crisis in Hyderabad. For me, the major issue is employment to the youth. And also the major issue will be the development of Hyderabad and peace in Hyderabad. And
that, do you think, is under any threat with people of both regions, and in the last over the last few years, in fact, the struggle and the divisions have been so deep that the scars remain and the bitterness and the acrimony actually remains. Unfortunately, this entire struggle has led to people getting divided, not just on the political level, but also ordinary people, the employees, the people on the street. They're now asking, are you from this region or that, as though you are an insider and an outsider. Doesn't that worry you? You represent the MIM, which is representing the minorities who are in sizable numbers in the city as well.
See, the time for political getting into political space and this decisive politics has gone. The elections are gone. So whoever created this political space, me as a mayor, for me, every citizen is each and everyone is equal for me. And I have to work as a common servant for each and every citizen. So everyone should have this common goal, developing this Hyderabad. Because if Hyderabad is developed, then only Telangana is developed. Telangana is a lost land. If we focus Hyderabad, if we improve Hyderabad to a global standards and make it a global recognized city, then only Telangana will be recognized in a much bigger way.
Sir, you are part of the 69 struggle. You have seen Hyderabad, so many people living together. Are you a little concerned that now the atmosphere is not really of bhaichara?
There is a bhaichara, ma'am. From last 4.5 months, nothing has happened. We are living in amity. We'll live again. And this will continue till they construct the new capital and go.
Chandrababu Naidu always been known as an IT czar. I have with me here, in fact, several representatives from the IT industry as well. You were someone who believed that though you belong to Telangana, you did not feel that the state needed to be divided in order for Telangana people to do better.
Yeah, let me be very clear about this, because if you're looking at it as an issue of governance, there are only so many subjects which are a part of the issue of governance which will happen from within Telangana. There is the Indian Union, which you cannot ignore, and the Indian Union is something that also has a big role to play in the governance of the region. So for me, the way... So
nothing much is going to change just because Telangana is the Andhra Pradesh is bifurcated and new state of Telangana is born?
No, things will change because you have an extra state now. Now, how
you are actually concerned that more number of states, more number of chief ministers, more white elephants?
Right. I wouldn't say white elephants, but more reasons for people to get into conflict with each other, to represent political standpoints. That is something that I am still very concerned about. And I also am concerned about the usage of small states by you, because I don't think Telangana is a small state at all. It doesn't subscribe to the... Yes. It is a pretty large state. So I think we'll also have to start changing our vocabulary of what constitutes big, small, big and all that.
What is going to be, sir, the biggest challenge for the Telangana state right now? We do know that it is revenue surplus, but there are huge dreams that are riding on this Telangana dream. As you was mentioning, power is going to be a big issue right from day one. Power has to be bought. 7,000 to 8,000 crore rupees perhaps will be the bill.
Yeah, power is going to be number one crisis. Second is unemployment, because KCR he has been promising he will create 1 lakh jobs immediately. I don't know the budget and the employment. If you look at them, it's most unbalanced. First he has to balance this and he has to keep his promises. Most of the unemployment youth is waiting for his fulfillment. I hope people are happy, Telangana region people are happy, they achieved the state. In one way it is good, decentralization of power.
Decentralization of power. Aspirations of people really that jobs should happen. I'm going to go across to all of you. You're from the film industry, in fact, you're from the IT industry. Are you hopeful that now IT jobs, people are afraid that if there are tax concessions on the other side in the Seemandhra region, all the industry will actually go that side?
Yeah, so first of all, as I am from the IT Employees President Telangana State, my name is Lakshmar. I would like to comment, the IT industry, in Hyderabad, which is having 10 to 15 approved SEZ by central government, which have not been utilized by the United Andhra government. So that our government, first 3 years, no competition from Seemandhra. It will take some 2 to 3 years. Our government has to work very planned manner and concrete plans to utilize the opportunity of these 3 years to utilize all unutilized SEZs, which we can generate 3 to 4
So you're hoping that this will actually be an opportunity while the state is divided.
1 minute. And other point, everybody is saying Telangana government will have excess or revenue, but taking 10 districts, it is below average per capita income. So our government
it's always been very much focused, in fact, on Hyderabad. Several of those issues will continue to debate, but I'm going to now cut across to Radhika Iyer, who is in Tirupati. And tell us, Radhika, what really is the mood there on this day when there were celebrations? There have been celebrations in fact are continuing here, but the other side is really looking at the challenges ahead, building a new capital, talking about where the industry should be located, maybe even multiple capitals, so that they don't make the mistake that was earlier made by focusing all their energies, all the resources in Hyderabad alone.
That's right, Uma. In fact, Hyderabad was on the edge until some time ago. We saw agitations and more agitations. But it seems that that sense of unrest, that sense of uncertainty, I feel here in Seemandhra over the last some time when we've been talking to people. Of course, there are no demonstrations, there are no protests. In fact, people here in Seemandhra, from last July to now, when we've been covering the different protests, there is a sense of maturity where they now want to move on. It has finally hit them that Telangana is a reality. Today, with K. Chandrasekhar Rao taking oaths as Chief Minister, the first Chief Minister of Telangana region, it has finally hit them that Telangana is a reality on the ground, and that Andhra Pradesh is now a state minus those 10 districts, and that eventually Hyderabad will have to be lost to Telangana. But with what happened today, where K. Chandrasekhar Rao not inviting Chandrababu Naidu, space crunch or what, one particular controversial decision is something that is putting or rather reinstating the fear in their minds on how exactly is the coordination going to take place in the Secretariat in Hyderabad. Will files moving from Block A to Block F come back eventually? Hyderabad revenue is going to be shared and split between the two regions. Is that going to be an amicable affair? That's the chaos, or rather the confusion and perhaps the lack of coordination, that's something that most people here are apprehending. But at this stage, the big fear for them, or rather the big question in front of them, leave alone what kind of assistance the central government is likely to set apart for the Seemandhra region. What will be the next capital? Like many experts have been saying, let's have more than just one capital for the Seemandhra region. Take a look at this manifesto by people, calling it Development Manifesto for Seemandhra to come back even without Hyderabad. Auto driver Venkatesh sees hundreds of new faces each day. At the busy Tirupati bus stand, it appears as if it's any other day. But he knew when he woke up that the state he lived in for 30 years has a new face too. Andhra Pradesh is now 10 districts less, and Hyderabad is lost. The 40-year-old recollects he earned his first income in the Nizam city when he drove some tourists in a friend's auto rickshaw to the grand Charminar.
ఏది భయంగా అంటే ఈ రేపు జరిగిపోయేది ఎట్టా మా పరిస్థితి, మా బ్రతికేమిటి, ఎక్కడ రాజధాని పెడతారు, మేము ఎట్లా డెవలప్మెంట్ కావాలి.
The focus now shifts to what will be the new capital of Seemandhra. With the People's Mandate, Chandrababu Naidu, the TDP chief, is all set to take oath as Chief Minister on the 8th of June in Mangalgiri, near Vijayawada, which is increasingly appearing to be the new capital. But the sentiment across the coast and the Rayalaseema region, it seems, is that let there be more than one capital. With Hyderabad lost, people believe that it's better for smaller investments into different cities than a huge investment into one capital city.
The formation day of Telangana. Yesterday night I didn't sleep. I was watching the 12 o'clock at night when the state is going to form. I'm not watching for fun. I'm not watching for happiness. But my heart is broken.
Top businessmen and industry experts across Seemandhra have prepared what they call the Development Manifesto for the new government taking charge of Seemandhra. It recommends Visakhapatnam, a developed coastal city with accessibility to the port, could well be made the manufacturing hub to attract investors. Vijayawada and Guntur, centrally located among the coastal districts, could be the next political epicenter, a commercial choco-block that could add to its circumference Eluru, Mangalgiri, Tenali towns. Kurnool in Rayalaseema, a backward region, could be home to the new High Court. Temple Town Tirupati, which is sandwiched between Chennai and Bangalore cities, could well prove to be an alternative for IT companies to set up shop.
This is centrally located to the Chennai and the Bangalore, and this is a great corridor is here also. It is a coastal corridor is also there. It's already education hub.
Land prices in Vijayawada and Guntur have shot up by up to 60% since January this year. From Nellore to Chittur, there is up to 20% increase in real estate prices. Radhika Iyer with DM Kumar in Seemandhra, NDTV. Right, I have with me people from different fraternities, mainly students, of course, who, of course, it's interesting that students in Telangana did, in fact, spearhead this movement for a separate statehood. During the Samaik Andhra or the United Andhra protests, it was students again who came out on the streets. Of course, other employees of government organizations did not take salaries for years, but in vain. Telangana is a reality. And now, what next is the question. How many of you believe, and it appears that Vijayawada Guntur is likely to be the next capital? How many of you agree that Vijayawada Guntur is good to be the capital? That's a big number. And that's interesting because we are coming to you live from Tirupati, which initially was also in the race, but now it seems that Tirupati is no more in contention. Anybody wanting Tirupati to be the capital? Not quite. So that is the indication that Tirupati, a pilgrimage center, many of them agreeing that Vijayawada, because it is centrally located, what for?
It's geographically centrally located. People from Rayalaseema as well as people from the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh can easily have access to that particular region. And moreover, it has good resources available as well because it's on the riverbed and good resources. It's also a pilgrimage center from the initial stages, Vijayawada. So it also has its own set of prominence and it's a big city. So I think there's lots of empty spaces and lands out there which can also be utilized to develop, construct big industries and good secretariat buildings, and all those can be developed out there. So it has good scope of getting developed into a capital city for our state.
Provided it is extended to the peripheral areas as well. How many of you from Rayalaseema region, please? Okay. Okay, now the fear is, and some experts, especially industry experts, have been saying that Rayalaseema region, where we are also at the moment in Chittur district, is again a very backward region. Anybody born to anybody's family into farming yet? Agriculture? Yes. So is there a genuine concern about water crisis in the Rayalaseema region? Rayalaseema region again has been demanding a separate statehood, not of course as vociferously and aggressively like the Telangana people did.
Yeah, because this Rayalaseema region is a place which is having a lot of water scarcity. In this particular region, every man does know that it is a water scarcity which is suffering with, and me from a farming, I does know that backward. I do know that
it is a backward region and needs development.
Yeah, it does.
And what crop is grown there?
Groundnuts and pulses and more paddy.
We also need paddy, which needs a lot of water. Do you fear that in the event of Vijayawada Guntur becoming the capital, Rayalaseema will perhaps get that much more aggressive?
Yeah, again the issue is like Vijayawada being a state capital. Again, there will be definitely an uproar in the Vizag region. Vizag people are not calm people. Again, another separate state agitation may also sprang up. And why not even in Rayalaseema, Kadapa and Kurnool? Especially Kurnool was a state capital in 1950s. They lost their statehood. Why they will ask, why Vijayawada and Guntur? I don't agree. It should be a multi-capital state. Why can't Andhra Pradesh, especially under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu, come out with a proposal like it's a 5-capital state? Why not?
Why not? Have separate capitals, decentralization, invest in several areas, tap what each city is good for or has the advantage for. How many of you have huge hopes on Chandrababu Naidu and believe that he'll do a good job? Okay. Okay. And is the hope also because of what he did with Hyderabad? But again, there he the complaint was that all the investment went to one city.
Yeah, already had done he had already done a mistake by centralizing the Hyderabad as a capital city. Now he had known that it was his mistake,
so
and
let that not happen again.
He will make a decentralization like industries in Vijayawada or Vizag, wherever it is, and coastal area development, and not only this pilgrim area development. With this overall development, the state will become self-sufficient in revenues as well. It can overcome its deficits.
Are you saying that you are not actually upset about Telangana being formed, but believe now at this stage and are positively thinking of the road ahead? Is it an opportunity for Seemandhra?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is an opportunity for Seemandhra to become more and more like Hyderabad, because this is the only place where many type of natural resources are available.
And now is the chance to perhaps utilize the potential and opportunity, says Seemandhra. So that's the kind of comeback they are making from a point of resistance where they were completely against bifurcation. Now that they know that Telangana is a reality, it seems, Oma, that the spirit is now to move on. And like some industry experts have been saying, they say that give us 10 years, give us clean governance, a corruption-free governance, let there be central assistance and not just verbal assurances from the BJP as it has been giving, but actually money being pumped in, finances being pumped into Seemandhra, then we'll give you back cities which are much more and better planned with better infrastructure than perhaps even Hyderabad.